Thanks for having me. I'm excited for all of you to be in Diamond Club right now. I think this is such an amazing program and opportunity that doTERRA offers for us. This is my sixth time doing Diamond Club. So just because it's been such incredible growth and kind of just that little extra push that our team needs to really continue to grow. So anytime Diamond Club's available, I'm like, let's do it, let's go. And I can tell you, how many of you, this is your first time doing Diamond Club? Okay, first time. Awesome. Okay. And how many people have done it, like, I don't know, maybe more than 3 times? Anybody? Okay, cool. So just a little background for me with Diamond Club. The first time that I did it was back in 2020. So it's February of 2020 when like the whole world shut down, but that was my first one. And it was hard for many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons was because I was trying to do it by myself. And I felt like I didn't want to burden my team with having to reach these goals or put pressure on them in any way. I'm not a high pressure person at all. So I was very afraid of how they would take it. And so it was, by the time it ended, I was completely burned out. It took me months to recover. But I did hit those goals, but it really burned me out. And even the second time, I think I was still trying to hold that torch all by myself. But as I continue to learn more about Diamond Club and connect with people in Diamond Club, I realized that this was going to be so much more fun and rewarding and really help our team to grow, which is the whole philosophy behind it. If I explain to them a little bit more about what it was and how they can benefit. So, and it can be a little confusing, I think, for some of our builders when they hear Diamond Club, they're like, well, are you a diamond? Or like, what's the diamond part? Like, what's going on with that? And so I feel like being able to have an opportunity like what I did this 2 times ago was I met with them one-on-one. I went out to lunch or I went for a walk and had a conversation with them of really explaining to them what the program is and how we can grow together. And so that made all the difference in the world. We ran together really successfully last fall and last spring. And I tied everybody into a chat group who are actively, engaged in enrolling people, and just shared with them great graphics, let them know our progress, how far we're going, how many more enrollments we need, some creative ideas, so that we were all in this together, right? And so I highly, highly recommend and it's not too late now. I know we're like in the middle of the month of October, but you still have the opportunity to continue to share and reach out and talk to your team of just saying, this is a great opportunity. We have something special. We've got this unique promo code that really helps to engage in conversation, right? Helping to open up that conversation of the possibility of starting a wholesale account and a little extra perk for them, right? And so don't do it alone. Stay in good communication, grow together, set goals together, have classes together. That is the whole philosophy behind it. And then when it ends, you won't feel so burned out or, feeling like you need to take a break, because that's really not the goal. You want to be able to, have this momentum of all these enrollments on your team and being able to continue to grow and expand, right? So I hope that you guys are having good success with it. But that really is what has made all the difference. So of course, we're always still trying to build our team and grow our team. And that's why I sign up for Diamond Club every time it's an opportunity, because again, you're getting that unique promo code, you're getting some extra freebies for your customers. That makes it really special and makes it easy for new builders then to be able to have conversations with their potential new customers, right? Saying that they've got something special. And so that's been helpful. So tying in with the Reclaim Your Health events has been really helpful, right? And so trying to come up with, we're always, especially in Diamond Club, because we have these goals to meet, trying to come up with creative ideas for classes and how do we get butts in seats. Being able to have something like a Reclaim Your Health event is really beneficial because as we're finding, people love an experience. So how many of you either have a Reclaim Your Health event coming up or you've had one? Anybody? Okay. So they are opening it back up again. So I definitely recommend, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or connect with somebody on your team. One thing that our team has done, I signed up for like 7 tier 1 events so that our team would have the opportunity to be able to have classes and have another, you can stack these promos. So you can stack your Diamond Club promo code with the Reclaim Your Health promo code. So they're getting, I was teaching a class last night, my first tier 1 event, and it almost seems silly of how much stuff that we're giving to brand new customers, especially for the month of October, because we have that 200 PV promo. So it's incredible of how much product that they're getting. And so tapping into a Reclaim Your Health event, sign up for one. It is open again, I think until the 17th of October that you can fill out the form to request one. And if a tier 2 or tier 3 seems really overwhelming, you can easily do a tier 1 event, but I definitely challenge you to take on a 2-tier event or tier 3 event, because when you explain to people, or now there's enough photos, I think, from previous Reclaim Your Health events that you can grab those photos to be able to show as teasers of all the stuff they're going to get. We did a tier 3 event last Wednesday, so it was like a week ago. And it was an over sold out event. We had a waiting list for it. We had 99 people there. And the 6 stations were amazing because the people get to experience, right? They get to try different doTERRA products. So allowing them that opportunity to be able to get hands on the products makes a huge difference. So you can do this on your own as far as like trying to figure out what a class might, trying to get people to show up for a class. So I always have some make and take at the class. It can be something as easy as making a roller ball, and you can, budget wise, save money on this in making a 5 ml instead of a 10 ml, right? Or doing Epsom salts, like a bath soak with, 4 or 5 drops of an essential oil, is super budget friendly. And everybody loves it, right? You can even get like some dried lavender and sprinkle that in there, some ways to make it extra special, but that will help people to be able to make sure that they show up. Again, Reclaim Your Health events, sign up for those because it's incredible what doTERRA offers, especially for the tier 2 and tier 3. People loved it. So our Reclaim Your Health event, the in-person one, the tier 3 one, we had a nice mix. We had a mix of really enthusiastic doTERRA customers that want all the products that say doTERRA, right? I'm one of those people. Like, I was so excited to get like the exercise band that says doTERRA because I just love everything doTERRA. But then there were also people that were, hadn't ordered in a long time. So we had some reactivations for those people. So that was exciting to be able to see them. They hadn't ordered in, 3 years. So to see them back and engaged and excited again. We had some customers who enrolled the month prior in September. And so they came, and it was almost like being able to do a wellness consult with them then, right? Because they got to experience all the different aspects of doTERRA at these different stations. And then we had people who had never heard of doTERRA, but they were interested in health and wellness, and wanted to, and just saw all the great stuff that was going to be given away for $10, which is crazy. So we had some good enrollments off of that. Like I said, if you feel like it's too late or that's overwhelming, you can do this on your own on a mini scale at your house or at a library or wherever your venue may be, of being able to incorporate little mini stations, right? You could do this where you could make a smoothie, right, and have them try our protein or our fiber, or being able to sample the MetaPower, and budget wise, instead of giving everyone won a MetaPower sachet, what I do is, like tonight, I'm going to go teach a class, and I said that everyone gets to sample our collagen. I mix it up in a large, like a 16-ounce container. So I show them how easy it is to mix it up in the container. And then I just pour it in little sample cups, right? So everybody's not taking all of my MetaPower collagen because that would get expensive. So you can easily div it up that way. And then you can also do that again with the bath salts, a rollerball station. We did like making a really easy DIY lotion, something easy like that. So you can do this at your own level. But really, for me, I find in-person classes are so much more beneficial. You're definitely more likely to get enrollments in person. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but like online classes, as soon as like the call hangs up, you're like, trying to find these people and message them and wait for their email, and it gets really tricky. So being able to do it in person and allow them to have this experience, I think that's why the Reclaim Your Health events have been so successful, is because people are not just sitting there listening to a presentation, they're actually a part of it. It's very hands-on, and they're learning as they go. So they're like tier 2, tier 3, this is going to be involving a lot of helpers, a lot of volunteers. And so I didn't have enough people on my team, right? My team is not that big to be able to handle 18 people covering, basically they're saying to have at least like 3 people at each one of the stations to be able to help. And so I just reached out within the leaders in my community. So we're all cross lines, but we all get along. We play well together. And so it got really exciting because then they invited people to this event. They had engagement, they had enrollments. And so we're growing the community together, which was really exciting. So you definitely will need to pull in and get some outside help. But the great thing about that is that it's making your event bigger, and it's creating that good positive energy. So there is this whole like like if it's a big group of 99 people and people are getting excited or learning from each other, or we had people sharing some of their testimonies, the larger and better feedback you get from people, the more it's going to resonate with your potential new customers, where, like I said, people that had just enrolled in September, now they had almost like this little wellness consult of going around at all the 6 different stations, was incredible. So my best recommendations for these is to prep as much as you can ahead of time. So we were able to like fill up the little lotions ahead of time and make sure that the lotion was in there, like the little MetaPower container. We fill those with water ahead of time, and making sure that things are prepped as much as possible so that the people aren't sitting there and waiting, or trying to figure it out or making a mess, whatever it may be, having it prepped for them so that you can focus really the most on the education. And then they get to do, obviously, the hands-on. We want them experiencing and doing their own make and take, but having it prepped for them as much as possible will make sure that things can continue to go smoothly, because you are in a little bit of a time crunch. As far as like, you don't want people to get, because they're going to 6 different stations. And I will say it takes at least 15, definitely 20 minutes at each one, for them to be able to be educated and also be able to do their make and take. Okay, so you want to make sure that there's enough time for that education. And our most popular one, which really surprised me, was the reducing toxicity. So people had a ton of questions at that one, or like, what can you do to replace this? Or this is in my home. How do I clean this? Those kinds of questions. So make sure that what made that area really successful was bringing in a lot of like ditch and switch ideas. So, and you guys know what those are, but being able to set those up as props as far as different alternatives of what's available. So normally at that station, they are making their own little scented lotion, but we want to be able to expand on that, talking about like our cleaning products and of course, anything On Guard, anything Abode, skincare, toothpaste, right? We really want to talk about the wonderful new that we have, Superman toothpaste and On Guard toothpaste, and when to use those and incorporating those, all those kinds of things. So I think that is really helpful. But Reclaim Your Health events, even after Diamond Club, like if you're looking at the dates for I think you can still punch in like for tier 2 and tier 3 towards the end of November right now, because they need to order the supplies and be able to get all that product to you. So definitely push for that, because it'd be great to really finish strong for Diamond Club. Try to get a November date in there. You could do a kind of a holiday theme. I'm setting up another one for like this middle of December, and just talking about like maybe some gift giving ideas and putting together some recommendations for like Christmas gifts, those kinds of things, because everybody loves doTERRA, right? What a great Christmas gift. And then also doing one in January. So as we think about like the whole new you, or new year, new you, and different ways to incorporate that, I feel like that one's going to have a great turnout, because this is when everyone's like really much more hyper focused on their health and wellness, right? And getting them started off on the right foot. So I would say definitely push for trying to incorporate some of these into your Diamond Club right now, which will be, if you're submitting for a new event, it's going to be the end of November. But then continue to layer on, because your momentum from Diamond Club, we want that to continue, right? We want that to go from month to month. Maybe you can't get like 14 enrollments every single month, but we want to keep that momentum going, keep helping your team grow. For me, like even when Diamond Club ended, I had some free product that I was able to offer our team. So I said, okay, guys, 40 your new customers this month, let's give them a free, adaptive roller ball. Or it could be even in the summer, we did a free peppermint touch, right? Who wouldn't want a peppermint roller ball in the summertime? So being able to offer them a little extra carrot, a little extra gift with their purchase, sometimes it's all they need to be able to kind of make, to go for it, right? To make that leap and make their purchase. So let me look at the questions and I'll kind of answer some of these. And I'd love to hear from you guys too. If you've done so the doing the advantage, sampling at a class, it always has to be cold water. And I usually will even add some ice to it, because I just don't like the way Advantage tastes if it's not like ice cold. Okay. And I don't want anyone to say it tastes bad. So your chances of everyone loving it is if it's ice cold. So what I do, like I'm going to this class tonight, I'm teaching a chiropractor's office, and I'm just bringing a small little insulated cooler. It's got 2 water bottles in it. It has a little bag of ice, and then it has the shaker. Okay. So I'm going to show them how to easily shake, or, I'm going to show them the shaker bottle. I'm going to always put your Advantage in first and then put in the water. I feel like it mixes up a little bit better that way. And then just shake it up and sample it out. I just add a couple ice cubes to it just to make sure that it's extra cold, but you definitely want it to be cold water. Yay. Okay. Kim's doing a tier 3 event with some cross lines. It's awesome. And it's great. Like we all get along fine. No problem here in our community, but I was like, oh, I don't know, how it will be with this many different cross lines, but we got our community here in our area, and I had several of them message me afterwards and say that was so much fun. Let me know when the next one is. I would love to help and volunteer again. So that was really exciting. And so it's so great to partner, and don't be afraid to just ask for help, because all the volunteers, they get all that product. And trust me, it is so much fun of all the different products that come from those tier 2 and tier 3 events, and that you get to do at each station. It is awesome. So everybody was super happy. Your holiday make and take ideas. So, Thursday, October 19th. Okay. So Sandy, let me talk to you about like holiday make and take. So I did a lot of this last year because I was really pushing for founders, and just wrapped up Diamond Club last year and wanted December to continue to be as strong. So I did, and like I said, don't go crazy and do like a whole bunch of fancy, expensive food and beverages, all those things. We just did a simple charcuterie board. Believe me, most people will actually eat before they come. So you end up wasting a whole bunch of food if you try to put a whole bunch of stuff out. But we just did a lot of fun, different make and take things. So again, bath salts is a really inexpensive way that I feel like people feel like they get a lot of bang for their buck. And then another thing that we did was, oh, you guys can Google this. I think it's on the doTERRA blog, but it's like you do like a candy cane layer of your bath salts. So you can use the food coloring and make it like red and white. You know, the white obviously you don't need to color it, but the red you do. So we just did red and white candy stripes in a container, and they thought that was amazing, right? And we scented it with like a peppermint or something like that. And so that was a foot scrub. And who wouldn't want a peppermint candy cane foot scrub? It was really, and then just go to like the Dollar Tree and get some like fun, little ribbons and things like that to make it giftable. But I think that just trying to do anything where when you're inviting people, you can say like, I have a special gift for you, right? Be sure to come because, on this night, I have a special gift for everybody. And something like that to make sure that they do show up, that they are able to make something. And then you can also do a special gift for anyone who brings a friend who doesn't have a wholesale account. You get to make this extra rollerball. We did like oh gosh, on Amazon, they have this, I forget what it's called, but it's like that gold glitter. And we put that into the roller balls. We added some like of that gold shimmer to them. And they thought that was amazing, right? It was, I don't know, it was maybe $8 for this little container, but it's lasted me. I mean, there's plenty in there. It's probably going to last me 3 or 4 years of gold glitter. So I'll be able to bring it back this Christmas. And, they love that. They thought that was amazing that their rollerball had gold glitter in it. Okay. So being able to add a little extra special thing like that for Christmas, and then just make one up and just take a picture of it, and text that out, or it doesn't have to be a fancy invite, but I do think it's helpful for them to see what they're going to get. And I think that's why so many people showed up to our Reclaim Your Health event, because I sent out videos. I showed them, guys, this is what you're going to get, right? This is all the stations. This is what we're going to do. So they had that anticipation and that excitement. For a tier 1, with a question mark, I'm assuming you're wondering what a tier 1 event is. So a tier 1 event doesn't get all of the products sent to you, but you do get a special promo code. So like for me last night, we did a tier 1 event, and it was an online class, and I talked all about immune support, but then I incorporated all of the brand new products into that PowerPoint, because when we talk about or think about like immune support, there's so many aspects to it, right? And how we're taking care of our health and wellness and making sure we're getting sleep and nutrition, reducing toxins out of the home, reducing stress, all of those things. So everything in the convention kit fit perfectly into this PowerPoint, so that by the time I got to the end, and I was talking to potential customers, I was talking to diehard doTERRA fans, and then also people who, that I explained to them, you definitely want to be on this call because we have got a great opportunity for reactivating customers. So we had a whole mix on there. So it really reached and speak to all levels. But then by the time I got to the end, we had that special Reclaim Your Health promo code that they're able to, that appeals to everybody too, so that people who already have a doTERRA account, they don't feel like the call is just for brand new customers, that they are able to take advantage of that code and get $20 off of not only the convention kit, but they're also able to get and save $2 off of the Deep Blue Stick. And I don't know about you guys, but like in our home, we have 5 people in here, and we're fighting, no matter how many Deep Blue Sticks I order, we're always fighting over them. It is relentless. Like I seriously have to hide mine because that is like a number 1 product here. So being able to get that discount on that product is awesome. So what they get with the code, Tony, is they will get $20 off of the post-tour convention kit. And I think it ends up being about $2 off of the Deep Blue Stick. So that is for everybody. Okay. And then and I'm assuming you're on this call because you're doing Diamond Club. So for brand new customers, what they get is they can stack the Diamond Club promo code, and they can and tie that in with the Reclaim Your Health code. Okay. And so they're going to get all the same perks for a Diamond Club as usual when they enroll, but then they will also be able to get special incentives according to whatever is happening with Reclaim Your Health event. So right now, they will get, when they place their order, afterwards, they will get a special promo code from doTERRA that they will be able to get one of those really cute little intro kits that has lemon, lavender, and peppermint in it. It comes in that little box, and it's adorable because it actually has all the instructions on how to use those 3 oils also. So they'll be able to use that on a future order, and there's no requirements on that order. They don't have to spend a certain amount to be able to get it or anything like that. And they have until April of 2024 to be able to use it. Okay. And some people complain, they're like, well, why don't they just get it right away? They should just get it with their first order. That would make it so much easier. But I kind of like it this way because it's encouraging them to make that next purchase, right? And so, and like I said, there's no requirement on them, but it will encourage them to get comfortable with being able to check out the doTERRA website, to be able to log in and get familiarized with the whole checkout process. And then they can put in that code to be able to get that additional freebie. So I feel like if all that free stuff came at once, it would be overwhelming and it may not even get used. But it's going to be your responsibility to follow up with them and make sure that they even remember that they, that they have that, and teaching them how to log in, or maybe even applying that code to be able to get that free intro kit. And so for your inactive customers, so if they've been inactive for over a year, they will be able to use the promo code. And if it's over 50 PV, doTERRA will credit them the $25 reactivation fee. So if I'm a person who I haven't ordered in, over a year, and I place my order and on that night, or, you have 2 days to use your promo code. So if I'm placing my order, I put in that promo code, I'm paying the $25 initially right off the bat, but I'm still getting that free bottle of peppermint. And then within 2 weeks, doTERRA will credit my credit card the $25. So it's not like you're just getting like 25 points or $25, dollars in as an account credit or something. They actually credit your credit card. And then if it's over 100 PV, that newly re-engaged, reactivated customer will also get a special code or like voucher, basically, to be able to put in to also get that intro kit. So I love that these Reclaim Your Health events are really speaking to all levels, right? I mean, everybody's going to benefit. Your existing customers are going to be able to get that kit at an additional $20 off, and the Deep Blue Stick, they get that discounted price. Your reactivated customers, it's encouraging them to re-engage again. And then also your brand new customers get a whole slew of stuff. And if they're purchasing like the post-convention tour kit and that Deep Blue Stick, they're going to be over that 200 PV, and they're also going to be able to get this October's promo of the adaptive bath oil and the adaptive oil itself. And remember that, this is crazy, because then with your Diamond Club code, they're getting the free Citrus Bliss, they're getting the free 5 ml of Frank, and they're getting the adaptive rollerball. So like I said yesterday when I was talking, I'm like, and you get this free, and you get this free, and you get this free. It's just like, it's like 11 different things for free, and a free diffuser for a brand new customer. So like, it's insane how much they're getting, but make sure that they have a good visual on that. Of what that looks like. And in the DMK with the Reclaim Your Health events, in that PowerPoint, they do have some good graphics in there at the end of like, get started, here's your products. And then you can just insert the additional Diamond Club products, because I don't think it has that in there, but, and I'm sure there's graphics flowing around everywhere, but it's crazy. So highly recommend it. Definitely want to be a part of Reclaim Your Health. And I'm excited for anybody who is, Kim says she's leaving to get her event set up. So I don't know if she has the Reclaim Your Health event tonight, but they're a ton of fun. So it's great. Or maybe, I guess she's doing it tomorrow, Tier 3 event. So that's the way to go. Take the leap. And invite your circle, your community of people, any wellness advocates that are in your area. Everybody had a ton of fun with it. And what I did is, in each, there's 6 different categories, 6 different stations. And I had 3 people kind of in charge of each station. And so I just let them run with it. I'm like, okay, we will set everything up for you. We'll put the tables in place, the tablecloths, everything that comes from doTERRA. If you want me to print any signage for you, just send it my way. Let me know what you need. But you're going to run this station. And so that took a huge workload off of me, for one, but they loved it. And so they were super excited to make it their own, have their own personality, and being able to educate what they were passionate about. Because I let everybody kind of pick. I mean, obviously, you could probably teach anywhere, but I let them pick what is their favorite category to be able to talk about. And it all worked out kind of as far as being able to have coverage in different areas. So that was great. Definitely make it a team or a group effort to be able to make these successful. Any other questions? Does anyone have any Reclaim Your Health events coming up that you want to know more about, like how to make it effective? Or any input? Yeah.
I have a question. So for your events, are you just using the slides that they provided, or you kind of did an intro tutorial slash incorporated, the new products slash thing? Because if you have brand new people, I sometimes find, yes, the new kit is great, but I'm finding it's kind of missing that piece. So we have about 6 events booked. So I'm just wondering, the first one is going to be tonight. So I'm just wondering, how did you do your slides?
Okay, and is it a tier 1 event?
We are in Canada, so we are a little bit different than you're in US. So we having a mix. We have some medium ones, some smaller ones. So we do have the products.
Okay.
Some of them we got the free Motivate and some of the things. But yes, most of them we had the products, yeah, to give it away.
So I'll explain what I did is now, so here, like with a tier 3 event that we just did last week, we were in a greenhouse and there was no way to do slides at all. So we set up the 6 different stations and I just let them run with it. So there was no video played, no PowerPoint, no nothing for that. And so my best recommendation, if you're doing stations like that, now, talking to leaders afterwards as we recap of what we could do better, just make sure that they're spaced out enough so that, like, if one person's talking at one station, they're not going to be distracted by the conversation going on at the other station. So if you're going to do station to station to station, just make sure that they're spaced out enough. Another alternative that some people talked about was like the people don't move; they stay where they're sitting, and then the speakers come in and they change, right, so that they're talking about the different categories. And that's okay, except for the fact that then I feel like they're being talked to again, and they're not really, engaging and experiencing as much as they would be from like going to the different stations, where I think that part is really successful. As far as like then last night was a tier 1 event, and that was all online. And so we had about 30 people on the call, and I taught that just as well, like I said, it was an immune one. So I did have the opportunity to incorporate lifelong vitality and talking about MetaPower. Those are like your foundations of your health and wellness. Okay, obviously. But then I had leads right into being able to talk about the PB Restore and PB Assist Plus, right? And talking about that whole gut health and how important that is. And then when you go through and tackle all those steps, you can talk about some of our hero products, like obviously On Guard. We don't want to be without it. But then we get to layer in talking about your microbiome all over your body and in your mouth. We don't want to use any harsh chemicals. So then I get an opportunity to talk about and comparing the On Guard toothpaste with the Superman toothpaste. So all the new products do play well in a person's daily routine. I feel that this is the best. I mean, in the past, a convention kit um, to me didn't really speak to a brand new customer. Things sometimes in there seemed a little complicated, but I feel that people, a brand new customer would be thrilled with this convention kit, because what I call it is like a day in a box, and being able to start, start your day with that PV assist, and being able to incorporate Shinrin. I always want to call it Roku because we have that little Roku, whatever that TV thing is, but it's Shinrin Yoku. Being able to incorporate that, starting off your day with that. Helping to set that tone for emotional support, for stress, anxiety, overwhelm. Even the Blue Lotus is going to be key for being great for the skin, but it's also really good for emotional, any floral oil is going to be great for calming the emotions. So I tied that under managing stress. And then obviously the sleep system, that's incredible. I think everybody should have a sleep stick with them at all times. It's one of my favorite products. But then we talked about exercise and how important that is for your immune system. And so we're tying in Deep Blue, but then we're also layering in and talking about birch and talking about how powerful Deep Blue is with birch. So that becomes your new dynamic duo for, anything that hurts. So we're trying to cover everything that's in that box and talking about how to incorporate it into their daily routine. Because I do feel very comfortable that with helping a brand new customer being able to get started with that convention kit, because I feel that they're going to confidently feel that they're going to use everything that's in that kit. And then following up with them and making sure that, I think now there's a post-convention tour ebook. So making sure that they get that and they can read through that and being able to know how to incorporate it into their routine. But you can kind of tandem and tie those products into some of our already existing hero products, like your On Guard and your Deep Blue, your Lifelong Vitality, those kinds of things. We don't want to miss out on those either.
Thank you. No, I like it. I like the day in the box. It sounds
Day
good.
in a box. Just think about it like that. Talk about it as day in a box, and talk them through the products from the beginning of their day to winding down at the end at night with that sleep system. Okay. I feel like that, and they're saving. I mean, because the convention kit is bundled together, a brand new customer, I think if they use your promo code and your Diamond Club code, they're getting like, I don't know, over $250 worth of free product. It's insane. Like basically what they're spending 250 and they're getting 250. It's like a big BOGO. It's really what it is. And Sandy, with the tier 2, I have not done a tier 2, but basically it's a mini tier 3. So I think that's like somewhere between 40 to 50 people instead of like 90 people. So you still get the same products. I still recommend trying to create stations. And maybe if you don't have that many people, you could couple some stations together. Like I feel like you could do your nutrition and your metabolism together as one, or if you want to do exercise and your metabolism as one combo together, you could tighten those up. Or you could do your resting and managing stress. Oh gosh, what are the two? Was it rest and stress? You could tie those two together and do the Shinrin Yoku and the Serenity system together if you wanted to be able to tighten those up, if you don't have as many people to be able to help, and make them like more mini stations. So maybe instead of 6, maybe you end up with 3 or 4 stations, right? But the whole point is for them to experience it. So getting the products on the people, getting them to be engaged and be a part of it while they're getting educated is really important. Makes a huge difference. And this should be a good lesson to us, like I said, for all of us, for all of our classes going forward. Then it doesn't have to be on that huge of a scale, but something where we're allowing them to be able to experience the product on a couple different levels, right? Not just putting peppermint in their hands, but allowing them to do some form of a make and take that they can bring home with them. And even the Deep Blue sample packs, what a difference that makes of, I've passed those out at class before, at the beginning of class and encourage them to just, and they really only need to use half of the package, and putting it on at the beginning, massaging it into their neck. And it's amazing to hear their testimony by the end of class of what they're feeling from Deep Blue. Because who doesn't have, tight shoulders? Everybody does. It doesn't matter if you're sitting at, if you're sitting at a computer, or if you're doing physical work, that's where you're going to feel it, right? So definitely recommend some way to incorporate an experience for your potential people. Anything else?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So have you done tier 1 events in person? I know you mentioned the one you did online.
Right. Okay. So technically, yesterday was the date of my tier 1 event, but that promo code runs for 2 days. So it was good for yesterday and it's good for today. So what my goal is, anytime I have a tier 1 event, I'm trying to tandem as many classes as I can together to take advantage of that promo code. So last night was online and tonight is in person at a chiropractor's office. So it's not a huge class. I think there's like 5 people coming, but I'm still going to make it as fun as possible. I don't know where my handout is, but here it is. So I made a handout for this because I was trying to figure out, like, okay, how can I incorporate this? So I made a handout with everything that is encompassed into the Healthy Habits Kit on the front. And then talking about some MetaPower on the back, because this way they can sample the Deep Blue Rub that's going to be in the Healthy Habits Kit. I can talk to them about the supplement system, and then being able to incorporate the MetaPower, they get to sample that. And then I have some info about the convention kit. So I'm just going to highlight a few things from the convention kit and talking about how that incorporates into their daily routine. Tonight's focus, I had the clinic kind of do a vote on what people wanted to hear about or be educated about. So it's on gut health and immunity. So I feel like the Healthy Habits Kit and the MetaPower Kit, or however they want, kind of cherry pick products from those 2 kits, in addition to an opportunity to talk about the convention kit. I feel like all of that is going to tie in without being too overwhelming. So this will be my first crack at an in-person tier 1 event, but don't overthink it. Okay. The blessing with a tier 1 event is that you're getting another promo code, right? You're just getting a little extra carrot to be able to give to your potential customers, and even your existing customers, right? This is a great way where if you do have existing customers showing up to a class, they still feel like they're going to be able to take advantage of the promo, right? Because nothing's more annoying than you're a faithful customer and you want to learn more, and you show up and then like all the bells and whistles are for brand new people and you don't get anything, like, boo. And so this way you get to use the promo code and you're getting the discount too, an extra perk. So it's just going to be like any other normal class that you teach, except that now you have 2 promo codes. Okay. Extra incentives for them. Tons of giveaways. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, that wasn't necessarily my question, but yeah, that totally makes sense. So it doesn't sound like then you use the PowerPoint for your tier 1 events. Is that correct?
I haven't yet. Okay, because my first one was last night, and so I probably will. I have 6 more tier 1 events coming up. I do think that the PowerPoint looks amazing, and they've done a great job on that. So I definitely recommend incorporating that if you can. But like last night, it ended up being a focus on immune support, because of the fact that we are, like, for our team, we teach a Wellness Wednesday every single week. And so I already had that set up in place a long time ago, that I was going to be talking immune support. So now I just tweaked it a little bit to incorporate everything from the convention kit to be able to support their immune system. And for tonight at the chiropractor, I don't have an opportunity to be able to do a PowerPoint with them. So again, I've got to modify a little bit, but I definitely plan on incorporating that, being able to incorporate the PowerPoint that's already been provided, because I think it looks great. If you can. you know. Anything else? How's everybody doing so far with Diamond Club? Yay. Okay, good. Thumbs up. Loving that. That's good. I feel like a Diamond Club is really progressed and advanced in so many ways. So thankful for the support, right? And the encouragement, the fact that we have a Facebook group where we can ask questions, that we're encouraged, that we have these calls to be able to, you know, brainstorm and kind of mastermind with create creative ideas. It's super helpful. So hopefully it doesn't feel overwhelming or daunting. I hope it feels like really exciting and encouraging to be able to, again, offer this amazing additional incentive to be able to open those conversations to new customers or people maybe you had a conversation with a long time ago. I always think it's really important what I do. I don't know if it's creepy or not, but every morning I write down, you know, 10 people that are on my mind that I have been talking to, so that they stay on my mind and they don't slip through the cracks, right? And so now, and it's so amazing when I look back in my journal from a year ago, most of those people I have enrolled because they were on my heart for a reason, right? And I didn't let them slip through the cracks, and I followed up with them because I was writing their name down every single morning in my journal. So now you can look back, maybe if you've written people's names down and say, hey, I'm so glad, you know, that I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that I've got this exclusive promo code to be able to give you something a little bit extra. And we've got all these amazing, obviously, things going on in October. There's so much to talk about, right? Without feeling like salesy or overwhelming. And I feel like I love that doTERRA. I think last year they did not do this. I think last year on October 1st, you could purchase a convention kit, but you couldn't purchase things a la carte until November 1st. So now October 1st, we were able to have the option of being able to purchase the kit or be able to pick products a la carte. So I've been doing a little bit of both for it's just so much more fun now because that enrollment fee is waived. We've got all these brand new products to talk about, and you can really customize a kit based on specific health concerns, right? So it should be a ton of fun for you and your team. Definitely, you know, get them engaged, and it's not too late to get them engaged and get them excited about it.